One of the most fascinating aspects of cross-cultural missions is just that, cross-cultural. You're dealing with a whole new culture that you are sharing the gospel through, and you're trying to help the people of that culture come to know Jesus and experience His life-transforming power. We think about it with individuals, and it's so beautiful what God does in that He takes us with all of our faults and He transforms us, but He leaves our personality intact and even makes it more beautiful. That's what He wants to do as we partner with Him to redeem the culture. Throughout the centuries, this has been the case as the gospel has gone into new countries and new cultures, that people must think through their mission work. Many times they've gone to extremes, either throwing out the culture entirely, replacing it with their own culture that they brought in, or just accepting the culture and assuming it's beautiful and good, and so we accept and do what they do because we want to fit in. But God comes in the middle of that and teaches us how to see that which is from God in the culture and that which is from the enemy and the sinfulness of the human heart. As we were doing pioneer work in Cambodia, the mission was wrestling with how to do Christian weddings in a Buddhist culture. I remembered those weddings. We'd see them walking down the streets from the groom's place to the bride's place with a procession of a big pig's head and bottles of alcohol and rice and many different things. When they'd get there, there were different ceremonies they would do, like tying the hands together with strings and cutting the hair, and the monks would chant their blessing and many things would happen. Yes, indeed, you had to wrestle with how to do this. And so the church did, deciding that yes, a march was fine, but let's bring beautiful, healthy things to the place to start the new family. Yes, a blessing should be given. They weren't sure about the tying of the hands together. Maybe those strings connected with spirits, so they left that out. But the part of foot washing, where the bride would wash the groom's feet, they expanded for them to wash both each other's feet. It was beautiful when they were done, and the people who looked at it could feel that there was still a value of the Cambodian culture while it transforming with new, beautiful values that they could highly respect. This process of partnering to redeem the culture ends up impacting us as the missionaries as well. For the scriptures tell us that we should offer ourselves a living sacrifice to God in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, so that we not be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God. You see, in our gospel commission, we're not just called to give a verbal witness and have everybody hear, but to lead people so that God can write His law in their heart. As the scriptures say, the last day people will have God's name on their forehead and they will follow the Lamb wherever He goes. In our online training, Reach the World Next Door, you will be able to go deeper into this process of partnering to redeem the culture, where you look at 4 crucial questions that you can ask together and wrestle this through. You'll look at this story and other stories and wrestle with scenarios to apply these principles. Jesus invites you to train for missions by doing missions. Let's go partner to redeem the culture.